happy Monday, third graders. So today for math, we're going to be understanding fractions, but we're going to be using fraction bars. So you might be wondering, what does a fraction bar look like? Well, this is going to be what a fraction bar looks like. So here we have a whole, and then we have 1 over 2, which is half, and a half. So this is cut into 2 equal parts. And the 1 over 3 is thirds. So this is 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. All together would give us 3/3, which would give us the 1 whole. Down here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, and each part is 1/4 of the whole. But if you have them all together, that would equal the 1 whole. Same with 1/5 and 1/6. So we can see it's just, this is our whole fraction, and this is our whole rectangle, but then it's divided up into halves, thirds, and we know 1/3, that means there's 3 equal parts. 1/4 means there's 4 equal parts. 1/5 means 5 equal parts, and 1/6 means there's 6 equal parts. So each part is the same size. So now let's talk about what we're going to be going over today. So as we can see, we have a fraction bar below, and it's divided up. So we want to know, how many equal parts are there? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 equal parts. And if I were just to take one part of the whole, that would mean that would be 1/4. So let me show what that kind of means. So over here it has, there are 4 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I just take one square, what is that compared to the whole? It is 1/4. So it's 1 square out of a total of 4 parts. So the bottom number is always going to be the total number of parts. So I can see there's 4 parts, but if I just took one of them, that's just 1/4 of the whole. Again, fractions is where it can get a little complicated, so we're going to take it a little slow today. So here we have, use the fraction bar to complete the sentences below. All right, so we're just going to take this a little slower as well. So use the fraction bar to complete the sentences below. The fraction bar has blank equal parts. How many equal parts does it have? So as this is one part and this is another part. So we could say there are 2 equal parts. So now if each part is how much of the whole. So we know the bottom number is always going to be how many parts. So there's 2 parts. And then how many is just 1? If I just take one box, it would be 1/2. So we have 2 equal parts, and each part is half of the whole. So this is half and this is half. And together it gives us 1 as the total. So again, the bottom number is always going to be how many equal parts are there, and the top number is just representing one of those equal parts. So each part is half of the whole. So then when I look down here, I'm using the fraction bar to complete the sentences. The first thing I want to know is how many equal parts, the fraction bar, how many equal parts are there? So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 equal parts. So here I would go 8. There's a total of 8 equal parts. Each part is how much of the whole. So I know the bottom part is always going to be how many equal parts there are. And if I just took one of those squares, it would be a 1 because that's how many squares I took. So each part is 1/8. So this is 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, and they're all just going to be 1/8. All together though, it gives us 1, but there are 8 equal parts. So just one box would be an 1/8, 1/8. So now let's go over a few more examples. So here, all right, so now we're going to be taking it, and we see part of the fraction bar is faded. So each part of the fraction bar is how much of the whole. So we know the bottom number is always going to be how many total parts there are. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 total parts. That'll be our bottom number. But now we want to know, what is one part? What is 1 square? That 1 square is just going to be 1. So each part of the fraction bar, this is 1/4. So it's 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. But now we want to know how much is shaded. And I see we only have 1 square shaded, so only 1/4 of our fraction bar is shaded. So I'd write this as a 1 at the top and then a 4 at the bottom. So it's 1/4 is shaded. So now I'm looking at this fraction bar and I see how much of the fraction bar, each part of the fraction bar is how much of the whole. So each square is how much of the whole. So that would be 1 square. And then I know my bottom number is always how many equal parts there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 equal parts. But now we want to know how many are shaded, how many boxes are shaded. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes shaded out of how many total boxes? Out of a total of 6 boxes. So 4, 6 is shaded. So 4 of our boxes are filled in out of a total of 6 equal parts. So now let's do a few more. So here we have each fraction bar, use the fraction bar to complete the sentence below. Sorry, I had to sneeze real quick. But let's zoom this in so we can get a better view. So each fraction bar, how much of the fraction bar is shaded? All right, well here we know we have 1, 2. 2 of the 3 are shaded. So I would say 2 is shaded out of the total of 3 boxes. So 2/3 is shaded. So we have 2 shaded, that's our number on top, how many boxes are shaded. And our number on bottom is how many total equal parts we have. So when we look down here, we see how much of the whole is shaded. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 shaded out of a total of how many equal parts? 8. So 7/8 of our fraction bar are shaded. So just make sure to take your time. Always the bottom number is going to be how many equal parts there are. And the top number is going to be either how many are shaded or what part of it. Because each box here represents a third. And we'll end it on our fraction bar so you can see this is a half, half. Each part is a third. And make sure just to take your time, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, 3rd grade.